Hi, my name is Adewale Ademuyiwa, and I'm the founder of StressTherapist.net. You see, I grew up with a feeling that I was living in a world where no one really understood me. I had multiple disappointments from people who just pretended to be friends, but then took advantage of my generous nature. The struggles I had, the constant pressures I faced, often being repeatedly reminded of my personal weaknesses and failures. But what was more difficult was what seemed like an invincible force that kept on getting in the way of things I was trying to achieve. I often tried socializing outside my comfort zone, but I was so painfully shy that I was often left on my own in the corner, just watching people having a happy time. Then came the repeated experiences of academic failures, which left me wondering if there was some kind of conspiracy against me. But my written English skills were so poor. In fact, you won't have believed how much I hated writing essays. Well, this was all really frustrating to me because I knew I had a lot of good stuff in my head. I just couldn't write it down convincingly or correctly. Most people, even my family members, had no idea that I was going through all these internal struggles. Everyone seemed to just know me as the smiling Adewale or the gentle giant. How could I even begin to explain to them? I felt like I had to just bite my lips and cope through the pain on my own. Fortunately, I had two very strong anchors in life. One of those anchors was my brother-in-law. His name was Nii. He died some time ago, but he became like a father, a brother, and a mentor. Yeah, a mentor to me. He he taught me to be grateful for everything in life, no matter how hard the circumstances were. The second anchor was my mother. My mother told me that she believed in me in spite of all my failings. She believed I was intelligent and often said that she knew I was going to do something great one day. So, I kept on soldiering on until I completed my diploma in mental health nursing, then my degree in community mental health specialist practice, and my postgraduate diploma in psychotherapy. But one thing I must mention is that one of the strongest experiences that sort of solidified what I do now was a realization that the health system which I was a part of often failed in its services to people, especially people who struggled emotionally. You see, back in those days, it was a common experience for me to hear professionals blaming patients for remaining in their problems and not getting better. I guess this reminded me of myself and how I felt blamed for the things I didn't achieve earlier in life. I remember how unfair it felt to me at the time. Isn't it only natural that if no one takes their time to explain how to get through the muddled clay of life and the complicated web of negative emotions it brings, isn't it only natural that people will find themselves entangled in that web? Well, this drove me to spend a lot of time studying, trying to understand why emotional problems existed and why some emotional problems seem so hard to break free from. So, I felt moved to learn what I could personally do to impact a change upon the status quo. Well, now in hindsight, After all that studying, soul-searching, and self-analyzing, I can see that a number of personal characteristics which I had considered to be fatal flaws in myself were slowly becoming strengths that have contributed to who I am and what I know today. You see, my tendency to not always follow the status quo has helped me develop an ability to find solutions from unexpected ideas and concepts. This means that I'm happy to keep working at finding solutions to complex emotional difficulties, even if everybody else gives up. And with regards to my poor English writing skills, funnily, I now find myself in a situation where I'm writing pages and pages of self-help materials in English and receiving hundreds of deeply moving feedback about how my written work is helping people get through difficult times. I just can't begin to tell you how humbling that is for me. Probably, though, the area where I feel I've grown the most is I feel like I have now developed an innate understanding of people, an increased ability to just get where a person is coming from. All this making finding practical solutions to the emotional difficulties like second nature to me. So, it should come as no surprise that I now feel that my mission and my purpose in life is to help people stop stress and difficult emotions from inhibiting them so that they too can achieve fulfillment in life. So now you know about me, I'd like to know more about you as well. I'd be really grateful if you could just introduce yourself in the box below. Please tell me the ideal outcomes you'd like to achieve with regards to stress and any negative emotions you struggle with. Don't feel pressured to produce a novel. I just want to get to know you a bit.